Hey guys, what's going on? Alec here, and in this short video I'm going to show you how to install MySQL on any Windows system. So for this particular instance, I'm going to be using Windows Server 2016. However, I'm sure you can install it on 10, 8, 7. So the first thing you want to do is you want to go to a web browser, and you want to just type in MySQL Community Server, and it's going to pull up dev.mysql.com, and that's going to be the link that you want to click. Okay, so now we're at the page. We can scroll down and we can see that it's already pre-selected Microsoft Windows for us, but a good rule of thumb is to always double check that you have the right operating system selected. So this one actually installs on both 32-bit and 64-bit systems. So you just click go to download page, and it's going to dump you here. At the time of filming this video, the version is 8.0.14. However, that may change over time. So I'm going to go ahead and choose this first option right here, and I'm going to go ahead and click download. So you don't have to sign in or anything. You can just click no thanks, just start my download. And it's going to go ahead and download the MSI installer. So as soon as that's fully downloaded, we'll go ahead and launch it here. And you can see it prompts us with a security warning. You just want to click run, and it's going to go ahead and launch the installer. So now our installer is pulled up. We need to select the terms, so just go ahead and select that and click next. And here's where you want to be careful. So I don't want a developer mode. I'm not a developer, I just want it for the server only. So I'm going to select server only, and I'm going to go ahead and click next. And you can see here's going to be our install directory. I've already had this previously installed. I just went ahead and uninstalled it for the purpose of this video. However, for you guys, it won't say the selected path already exists. So we can see that that's the product we're downloading. We want the server version, and we can go ahead and click next. And it's going to prompt me for a warning just because I already have that path. So I'm just going to click yes. So we can see, once again, that's what we're downloading. So let's go ahead and click execute. And it's going to give you the progress over here. So I guess we'll just wait for that to hit 100%. Okay, so now that it's fully installed, we can go ahead and click next, and it's ready to configure. So let's go ahead and configure that real quick. So I just want a standalone MySQL server. I'm not going to be using it in a cluster or anything like that. So for this option, I'm just going to go ahead and select next, and then we can see that the config type is a development computer. However, we're not using it for development, so I'm just going to go ahead and select server computer. It's not a dedicated one because I am using this server to run other applications. So I'm just going to go ahead and click server computer, and then we can see that the ports we need. So TCP IP port 3306, which is a default MySQL port, so I'm just going to go ahead and use that. And then I'm not going to change any other options down here. I'm just going to click next. And now we can see that it's going to prompt us to enter a password for the root account. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. And then it's going to want you to check it to make sure that it meets its specifications, and that'll take just a second to run. And we can see that the password I entered passed, so we can go ahead and click next. Now we can see that it wants to go ahead and configure MySQL as a service, so we want to do that. We want it to start up when it turns on. So the MySQL server is turned on at startup, and we can actually rename the service name. However, this is going to be the only instance of MySQL running, so I'm just going to leave it as the default MySQL 80. And we can see that we want it to run as just a standard user. That's fine, recommended for most scenarios. So go ahead and click next. And then here's everything that we just configured. We're going to go ahead and click execute to actually write it to the file. And then it'll take just a second, and then it's going to start up the server. And now it's finished. We can go ahead and click finish. And installation was complete. There are no errors. So now we can just click next. And I don't really need a copy of the log, so I'm just going to go ahead and click finish. And now we're actually ready to run it. So it's going to create a folder called MySQL, and then you can just click down. And then this is going to be our actual client interface with it. So this is a command line interface. All you do is I'm going to actually drag mine to my taskbar, and I'm going to go ahead and launch that. and you can see that it's going to prompt you to enter your root password that you just set up. And now it dumped us at the MySQL dashboard, so we know that it was installed correctly. Thank you for watching the video. Stay tuned for more videos.